Champ, y'all see what's going on? It's about to get ugly.
It's about to get real ugly, and not for me.
Some have hailed the battle between Remy Ma, Papoose, and Claressa Shields as the greatest feud in history, saying it's hotter than a summer picnic. Getting right to the point is the aim. The greatest of all time is Claressa Shields, who chose not to participate in the campaign to increase awareness of the problem. She and Remy Ma reportedly got into a heated argument. And guess what? Rather than only posting disparaging comments on social media, she came ready to do business. It's hard for Remy Ma to believe that Papoose has truly moved on. She gained notoriety online a few days ago for her criticism of Papoose's most recent book. When Remy threatened to throw hands and reveal Papa's new pal, I can assure you that she didn't hold back. Here's the joke though. Papoose's new passion, Claressa Shields, is unavailable for. I'll give you a quick catch-up if you're late to the party and haven't been following this mess. Claressa expressed her thoughts on the games. Do you recall last year's allegations that Remy Ma had cheated on Papoose? Few people wanted to believe it, to be honest. Sis gave Remy a full warning clapback, effectively telling her to be careful what she says so she doesn't get caught. Despite everything Remy had done for Papoose, he consistently presented himself as the perfect husband and father, so fans were shocked to learn that he had neglected to wish her a happy Parents' Day. Following the release of a family photo featuring Remy, Papoose wished himself a happy Father's Day. This man married her while she was a prisoner and, as you may recall, held her down for 6 long years. Get some popcorn since it's a horrible roller coaster. Remy exacerbates the situation by stating in his post, "For a man who waited 6 years for his queen, family is everything." Remy is already well known on the internet for discussing hand-throwing and giving away all the details about Papa's new partner. Among other absurd accusations, Remy Ma has accused her husband Papoose of cheating on her by having an affair with famous boxing champion Claressa Shields. Indeed, the main character in this book is the ghost herself. Remy made waves online on December 11, 2024, when she shared some allegedly sexual text messages between Baby, Shields, and Papoose. Duma, who wouldn't let one of them go, dozed out on the phone while Claressa Shields was sleeping at my apartment. According to rumors, Shields told Papoose that if you can't sleep with me on the phone, tell me you made it home safely. After Papoose fell asleep during a phone call while wearing a shield, Remy allegedly discovered these texts. Claressa resisted the temptation to agree. Remy was accused of having 2 lovers by CIS in response. To make matters worse, she even asked why her name was being mentioned in this context. Remy wasn't being held back by Papoose when he announced his plan to file for divorce. According to Yike's Instagram post, Remy Ma has cheated on me multiple times and is a narcissist. Now that I've moved on and filed for several divorces, she's playing the victim. She would much rather manage Chase on social media than deal with things like a grown-up. Since my daughter was 6 years old and had to go to school, I refrained from joining the social media craze. I didn't say anything, as you can see, and let's not overlook the past. Since her connection with battle rapper Easy the Block Captain was ridiculed last year, Remy and Papoose's marriage had been suspected of adultery. For a while now, Easy the Block Captain and Remy Ma have found themselves in an increasingly peculiar circumstance. First of all, there have been long-running rumors about Remy and Ease, but they are starting to get traction. When people see the two together, they naturally start to understand what they're doing. Let's just say that when everyone thought it was a friendly partnership or perhaps a commercial relationship, the rumors got serious. Papoose has been aware of their relationship for over 2 years, according to Ease. It's likely that Papoose only found out about it yesterday. There are several problems if this is true. Battle rapper Tay Rock is outspoken in his claims that Ease had a married girlfriend. To tell the truth, Remy was the first person that came to mind. As soon as players begin to connect, the rumors begin to feel real, which is how this gossip game operates. As if Christmas is about love and family instead of controversy and side girlfriends, Papu publicly accused Remy of spending the holiday with Ease, which sparked the real mayhem. Did Papoose pretend it hadn't happened, or did he accept it? When I got back home, Papoose went public by posting a picture with a caption that allegedly showed Remy and Ease together over the holidays. Last Christmas, Remy got upset and started making up stories after spending time with my child, but I've moved on. I knocked him out, and everyone saw him in the fetal position. I knocked him out because he shook my hand and then did so, not because he had an affair with my wife. I refuse to lie and say, I didn't knock him out because he didn't throw one punch back when she rejected my suggestion that we file for divorce like grown-ups. She shook her head, obviously unwilling to lie about it again. Instead of just ignoring the accusation, as you recently learned, Papoose went straight to Ease and denied knocking him out because he had slept with his wife. Consider how betraying it would be to sleep with Remy behind his back. That's the issue. Remy has condemned the incident and chastised anyone who disseminates misleading information on social media because she would not stand for it. By responding to Papa's charges, she demonstrated that she was ready to protect herself. Because she is not one to back down from a fight, she has been urging people to support their charges with facts and, if at all possible, receipts. However, you can be sure that Remy is not done yet and will not retract his charges. In order to keep an eye on Remy, Papoose even installed a recording device on her vehicle. If Eve is telling the truth, there is a serious problem with trust in this whole case, which is quite questionable. Approach these three are full of intrigue, secrets, and treachery, even beyond what we have just shown.
Flash. They knew a few months before our battle hit me in Hollow. The nigga knew already. I know he up there trying to play victim and all of that shit, but the nigga been knew. He knew 2 years ago. I ain't gonna lie. If we don't let the be cap y'all up. Been knew. He been knew. And I'm gonna tell y'all how he knew. So how he knew is that y'all that y'all think that's so thorough, he put a recording device in Remy's car. So how he knew is he was bugging her fucking car. So that's how the nigga knew. That is a weirdo. He bugged the car, and you couldn't really hear me on the other side, but you could hear her talking to me. So that's how he knew. And it's not cap. I got all the proof. So as soon as he say it's cap, I'm gonna show him all the proof. I'm just keeping $1 here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, like that. So I'm gonna say I was under everything that basically niggas done already split up already.
We have to remember the history of this place. Remy and Papoose have faced years of ridicule despite their years of cooperation. They have gone through some significant highs and lows, particularly after Remy received a 6-year prison sentence. She married Papoose when she was in prison because he was her pillar of support and encouragement. Thus, considering Easy's involvement, I can understand why both parties feel deceived and why many others are finding it difficult to accept these accusations of adultery. But the conflict between Easy and Remy Papoose isn't the only issue. There have also been rumors that Remy is linked to. Her apparent ties to other fight rappers like Easy have been brought up by a number of industry insiders, which has made matters more difficult. Given that Papoose and Remy marriage has been troubled for a while and that the problem clearly goes beyond the surface charges, we currently have a lot of contradictory testimony. Papoose and Claressa are still involved in something, so the drama is far from over. Additionally, an old video of Papoose and Claressa loitering backstage during one of her shows has been discovered. Over here, E is dropping bombshells, Remy is denying everything, and Papoose is expressing his opinions.
Champ, y'all see what's going on? It's about to get ugly.
It's about to get real ugly and not for me.
Papoose and Claressa's relationship has generated a lot of discussion despite the lack of formal confirmation, even if there are some obvious indications that they might be closer than they are acknowledging. Although nothing has been officially labeled as an item, it's difficult to argue that their encounters appear to be a little more than positive. There is a lot of curiosity in this topic because the details are a little hazy. Their relationship is being closely watched by fans, particularly after they have made public appearances and gone to events together. When two persons with ties to well-known personalities, like Papo and Claressa, are together, people naturally start to piece things together. But it's not a smart idea to shoot your gun. Consequently, the whole Remy situation adds a great deal of complexity. Claressa's involvement raises the possibility that there are more examples of adultery and covert relationships than have been reported. Is there a stronger bond between Claressa and Papoose? Both Claressa and Papoose have left things open-ended, giving us various conflicting tales. According to some, the two only ever get together for work and are quite close. On the other hand, some people have a tendency to think that more is happening behind closed doors. Actually, we'll have to wait to find out if any other official details are made public, but in the meanwhile, we will certainly be watching for any new hints or indicators. Remy Ma's revenge against Claressa Shields for all of these claims is the problem that led to his public remarks. It's obvious that someone isn't merely unconcerned with the problem when they call you out like that. Instead of simply accepting it all, Claressa reacted with some genuine vigor. She really got even with Remy by accusing him of having two lovers, and she wondered why she was ever involved in this mess. Claressa's statement not only clarified that she was defending herself, but it also appeared to imply that she would not put up with Remy ridiculing her without giving a reason. Why is this now significant? This story appears more complex than it first appears, and Claressa's fiery return gives us the sense that she might genuinely care about the outcome. She asserts that she was not merely a bystander to the tragedy. Is Claressa's affection for Papoose more than just a friendship? It might also imply that their relationship is more complex than is often believed. Given her dedication to self-defense, Claressa's reaction implies that she and Papoose are more than just buddies. Remy and Pap's relationship makes you feel a certain way, but proceed with caution because things could become much worse from here. Prior to all of these terrible events, Remy Ma and her husband enjoyed a wonderful life together. Most people thought their romance had ended when Remy was sentenced to 6 years in jail in 2008, but Papoose stood by her during her whole term. For Remy, his incarceration was a life-or-death experience. The primary traits of Papoose and Remy courtship were devotion, loyalty, and support for one another in both good and bad times. She married Papoose in 2008, and he was with her during her incarceration. Long before there were rumors of adultery, this couple was in the news, and many people thought their relationship was ideal. They had some wonderful moments that made their admirers say, "Wow, this is true love." He even declared in public that he had never questioned Remy's. Papoose supported her during good times and bad. He paid her a visit, talked to her, and even took action to get her released. Their relationship was regarded as one of the strongest in hip-hop, and fans saw them as the perfect example of a trustworthy, encouraging group. This commitment was so strong that it set the bar for successful collaborations. Now let's talk about 2014. After she was released from prison, Remy and Papoose were reunited in front of the world, and their love story will surely become a part of history. After being released from prison, Remy even acknowledged to herself that Papoose had been instrumental in her career. As he helped her return to work and provided her with constant care, they started to transform into the couple we all know they are not. Whether it was displayed on social media or on the red carpet at award presentations, fans adored Papoose and Remy's undying public admiration. It was obvious how they were related. Viewers were motivated to conquer all challenges, including the highs and lows of the entertainment industry, by their shared experiences. Their union was based on mutual respect and support, as well as a deep emotional connection. Their family remained their first focus despite the advancement of their careers. During their marriage, one of the most talked about subjects was Remy's pregnancy journey. Papoose helped her physically and emotionally during her pregnancy, and his admirers were raving about how loyal he was to her. Currently, it is hard not to admire their closeness. What really made their teamwork stand out was the way they conducted themselves as a unified team in both their personal and professional lives. They were advancing their professions with the support of their spouse, Papoose, their manager, and their mentor. They made care to publicly acknowledge each other at every anniversary, important event, and milestone because they were respected for their collaboration and ability to overcome challenges in the music industry. Papoose kept boosting Remy's self-esteem by telling everyone that he was her biggest fan. In addition to love, this partnership was founded on sacrifice, respect, and steadfast loyalty. Papoose mentioned it at the because Claressa and her boyfriend went from having a perfect relationship with everlasting loyalty to both parties suddenly accusing one another of adultery. Fans find it harder to understand their current circumstances and the charges of infidelity.